Some of the best stories have the most inconspicuous beginnings, like this one involving Officer Joshua Bailey that started in the parking lot of a Home Depot beneath this tree.
I was cruising through just doing my burglary patrols and parking lot check.
That's when he saw a young woman sitting here.
She looked pretty disheveled. Her clothes were a little bit tattered and, kind of stained.
As Officer Bailey looked closer, he recognized her. She was someone he would often see catching a bus to work while he was on patrol.
And I'd never seen her in this condition before, it was kind of strange.
Then she asked to borrow his phone.
She called one of her relatives that was like up in New Jersey area.
As he listened to the conversation, what she was going through started to make sense. She was in trouble. It was substance use disorder or addiction, and Officer Bailey just happened to be driving by as she was hitting rock bottom.
You see somebody like that and you know that that's not their typical situation, and that's one of the beauties of, having your community police that are out here every day, seeing the same thing, dealing with the same people. They're going to recognize situations like that.
Her situation was dire. She'd already lost her apartment. She might lose her job. Officer Bailey got on his phone and started looking for ways to help.
One of her family members actually provided me with a number for a person from their church group.
That led him to a treatment center south of Coconut Creek. They could help her, Officer Bailey learned, but only after she completed a screening process.
I was able to call around and figure out what facility it was, and eventually sit there and get her to actually sit through the whole process and commit to going in.
Officer Bailey even reached out to her job so she wouldn't lose it and could use her benefits to help pay for the treatment.
So I was able to point them in the direction where they could find her and get the proper paperwork to her to hold her job, keep her benefits, and keep her employee assistance and stuff active so she could get the treatment she needed to get and get back on her feet.
Officer Bailey won a Beyond the Badge award for helping this woman. Beyond the Badge signifies an officer going above and beyond the call of duty to assist someone. At last check, she was still in the treatment program. In all, Officer Bailey spent about 3 hours that night in between answering calls for service, helping her. All from a parking lot at a Home Depot. Officer Bailey can still point out the tree. For the Coconut Creek Police Department and Our Family Protecting Yours, I'm Scotty Lehman.